Hey everyone, I hope everyone's having a really great, awesome day. It's fall. I can't believe I'm wearing a scarf, and like 3 weeks ago I was lying on the beach. This is crazy. Time is flying. I just wanted to shoot you guys a quick video. And this is interesting. I Last week I got asked to speak at an event and share my story of why I do what I do and why I'm an emotional eating coach and why I'm so passionate about this whole, you know, helping people who are feeling crazy around food and can't control themselves around food. So I just thought I would shoot you guys a quick video of and share with you my story of how I got here. And even though it's long, I'm gonna try and like give you like the Coles Notes version and like really condense this down. So here we go. I grew up as a dancer. I was surrounded by girls who hated their bodies, who developed eating disorders from like a shocking age of 10 years old. I never understood it growing up because I loved food and I didn't even think about my body. For me, seeing this was like really fascinating, but overwhelming because I didn't understand it when I was a young girl. As I grew up, I knew that I wanted to be in health and fitness. I thought I wanted to be a personal trainer on stage and on TV and be like a TV personality. Like this is what I thought I wanted to be when I was about 17. So I started my first fitness company when I was 20 years old in England. And it was amazing. I loved it. I was like, this is my dream job. This is fantastic. And through that experience and through working really, really closely with my clients, when you're a personal trainer and you have a client, you have like this crazy bond. It's kind of like the hairdresser client relationship where you just tell them everything, same sort of thing. So my clients would tell me about, their marriages and, if they were having affairs and their financial situation, like stuff like you just don't talk to even like your friends about. So through that experience, I realized how common it was for people to have really dysfunctional relationships with food and really struggle around food and really just hate their bodies. And I felt like as a personal trainer, we were doing like the superficial level of like, let's get healthy, let's I'll count your reps, and that's cool. Like I loved getting people healthy, but there's like those layers underneath, like that really deep emotional stuff that like plays really heavy on my heart. And I knew that I wanted to kind of divert my path and take it into a new way and help people recover and liberate themselves from emotional eating and eating disorders. So I had this in the back of my head, but at the time I couldn't really do anything about it because I wasn't educated in that field and I didn't know what to do. So a few months rolled past and I was still living in England, and I got a call from one of my best friends in the whole world. And it was 10 o'clock at night on a Tuesday, and I'll never forget this because it was like one of those days that you just like remember everything that happened. And she called me, and it was 10:30. I'm like, what's she doing? Like, she knows she knows the time difference. So I pick it up. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I was like super excited to hear her voice, and she's like, hey, Sam, hey, what's up? And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And the tone of her voice, I knew. She's like, I have something to tell you. And automatically, I was like, okay, you're pregnant, you're engaged, something happened. And she said, I'm going into the hospital because of my eating disorder. She was suffering from an eating disorder, and it got so bad that she was being taken away, and she was going to be hospitalized. And I don't know if you've ever like had this moment of like just crying uncontrollably, like you can't even like hold your tears back. It's that bad. I hit one of those moments, and I was trying to stay strong with her while I was on the phone. But when we got off the phone, I just like stared at myself in the mirror and like cried and cried and cried and cried until I had like black mascara like running down my body, and I was just like help. And it was that moment that I thought to myself, I need to do something. Like this is too many little signs like telling me to do this. So it was that moment I decided that, you know what, I need to help, and this is my passion, this is my purpose, this is why I'm on this earth. And then it started from that day, that Tuesday night, having that phone call. And since then, like my passion and everything in my world is just has been telling me to go in this direction, and it's been absolutely amazing. And I just hope to touch hundreds of thousands of lives worldwide. And it's going to be a process and a journey, but that's my story. And yeah, I shared that. I actually shared the story with the friend on stage last week, and it was like one of the most beautiful moments. Like I could almost cry now. It was like one of the most beautiful moments because she was there sharing authentically from her heart, and I was there sharing my story of seeing her go through that hard time. So yeah, that's the story, and it was such a great. I'm so glad she called. I'm so glad that whole episode happened because it led me to where I am now, which is I'm super grateful for it. And we're going to continue to push barriers and shine the light on disordered eating and help people worldwide who are suffering from emotional eating and disordered eating. So there we go. I hope you guys have a wicked day. I hope you're doing something really awesome wherever you are. And we will touch base soon. Bye for now.